I'll say that again. Are you willing to be uncomfortable in the short term in order to live your dreams in the long term? There is no success without sacrifice, and traveling on a budget is no different. I want to make you a lean, mean, financially frugal machine. And even if you don't travel a day in your life, I hope this video influences you to consume less and realize just how little you actually need. Travel forces you to be fiercely decisive with your possessions, and as a result, you realize what's really important. And in regards to traveling on a budget, I think Rolf Potts, the author of Vagabonding, says it best when he says, traveling starts at home with a personal investment and dedication to a dream. And if you're serious about these goals, you'll start tracking your daily expenses and gain a better understanding of where your money's going. That said, let's talk about how to start saving money for your impending trip. First and foremost, whenever you get paid, before you do anything else, you need to start setting aside a set amount of money in a separate fund or account that you can't see or touch. I would set up a high yield savings account in a separate bank, but then you can link your primary bank account with this one so you can transfer money on a regular basis, and when you get ready to travel, you can transfer money back out. But that's key. And one popular savings method is the 50-30-20 rule, which means 50% of your money is going to be spent on essentials, things you actually need like bills, food, things like that. 30% will be spent on entertainment, things that make you enjoy your life, and 20% spent on savings. And that's a great rule of thumb to follow, and that's something that I do as well. 50 on essentials, 30 on fun, 20 on savings. Okay, now let's talk about the specifics. And to me, these are the 7 most highly effective ways to save money right now. Starting with number 1, and that is to stop expanding, cut the fat, turn off the faucet. Stop spending money on things you don't need. I don't care if the shoes are on sale, you're still spending money to get them. For example, when I buy clothes now, I ask myself, can I wear these 2 to 3 times a week if necessary? I call these signature pieces. And if I buy a shirt that I would maybe wear once a month or to special occasions, I don't buy it anymore. And guys, you shouldn't spend more than 25 bucks on a haircut in the Western world. I know there's lots of different options out there. You can definitely get a cheaper haircut. Girls, I can't dive into this too much because I don't have firsthand knowledge, but getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting it colored, tinted, all of these things, there's definitely ways to save money. On products alone, I know you can save a lot of money if you start cutting the fat. And by cutting the fat, I just mean getting rid of non-essential items. You must start simplifying your life because that's what you'll do on the road. Number 2 saving method is cut off subscriptions, things that are bleeding your account on a monthly basis, maybe without you even using it or knowing this is happening. Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Spotify, all of these things that maybe you're not utilizing to its full potential. Maybe you have 5 different accounts and you only use one of them. Cut the others off. I understand if you have to have Netflix, maybe it's because you shut off your cable, that's great. A cable bill is a lot more expensive than a Netflix account. I completely understand. And as for Spotify, you can be using the free ones. Ads aren't going to hurt you. This is all about saving money and being as cutthroat as possible to get to that dream. And number 3, this is a big one for me because I spend a lot of money on food. And that is stop going out to restaurants, stop getting takeout, start cooking at home. There is pasta, tuna, chicken, frozen vegetables, peanut butter, so many different options where you can eat on the cheap and not spend so much money going out. Think about this, a $100 dinner at a restaurant at home could easily last you an entire week of food spending in the Philippines. And number 4, along those same lines, is nightlife and entertainment, and in particular, alcohol consumption. I love a good whiskey, but going out to a bar, it can cost me anywhere between $10 and $20 for a glass of whiskey, or a beer is anywhere between $6 and $15. So I'd much rather, when saving for a trip, I would drink at home, I'll go to friends' houses, I will not spend that money out. If you think about it, a $60 night out with friends could get you at least 6 dinners in Bangkok. So for me, it's an easy decision and an easy thing to cut off when I know what I'm going for. Number 5, and perhaps the most effective way to save a bunch of money before your travels, is to move home or get roommates. Housing expenses are obviously going to be one of your top money drainers, and the best thing to do is to move home or get roommates. And I know this can make you uncomfortable in the short period, depending on your family dynamics, but it'll save you a fortune. And on top of that, depending on your situation, you can also get rid of your car. If you live in a big city, this is much easier with public transportation. But if you live in a small town, I understand maybe you can't get rid of your car until the last possible minute. And that's fine too. That could get you some cash right before your trip. Number 6 on the list is perhaps most relevant to those in the United States, and that is student loan debt. And there are a number of programs that will allow you to decrease, if not defer your payments for a later date. I would definitely look into these because that would free you up a good amount of money in the short term. And number 7 on the list of effective ways to save money for travel, stop spending money out on coffee and water. These are 2 things that you can make and drink at home that you can spend pennies on the dollar versus going out and get a mug of coffee for $3, $4, $5 or a bottle of water at a convenience store for $1 to $4. Get a Brita system. Filter your own water at home if you don't drink tap water. And as for coffee, get a coffee machine. This will save you hundreds of dollars per month. I understand the reason you do it is just because it's easy to grab a drink on the go and you don't have to think about it, but it'll take you maybe 1 to 2 minutes more to pour your own coffee at home or fill up a water bottle and take that with you throughout the day. Stop doing that. And not only for the fact that you're saving money, but you're also going through so much more plastic when you're buying all this stuff when you're out. So stop. 2 reasons why to stop that. And one more bonus tip, don't run out and buy all the travel gear. I know you want that jacket with the 30 hidden pockets, you want the sleeping bag, you want the water filters, you want the flashlight. Just, you don't need it. And the things that you'll need while you're traveling, you can buy while you're traveling. It's much better to go with less stuff. Invest in a good backpack, a good pair of all-purpose sneakers, and a suitcase. Those are the 3 things I'd spend my money on. That's it. To give you an example, we'll go back to that first trip to Argentina again. And when I first decided that I was gonna make that leap, when I was gonna go travel for 1 year, I had no money saved up. So this was June of 2009. At the end of June, I moved out of my apartment in San Diego and I moved home to Rochester, New York. I sold my car for $2,000 to a friend in San Diego. I saved 3 months worth of rent, which was $900 a month. I also cooked all of my meals at home and just got rides around with friends or bummed rides or borrowed my mom's car for a couple months. It was very uncomfortable. But the truth is, I was willing to do whatever it took to reach my exit number of $5,000. I did random side jobs for extra cash and I just hoarded money as much as possible till I got on that flight on October 1st with $5,000 to my name. And with that being said, if you're doing everything possible to save money and you're still coming up short, in the next video, we'll talk about how to make more money quickly. Let's keep going.